guys, it's Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and I decided to start a brand new little, I guess what I'm calling mini series. It's not going to go on forever. It's not going to be every day for the next year, I don't think. But who knows? You never know. It could, I might love it and think that it's the best part of my day. It's the best part of my day today. That's for sure. But I decided to start this little kind of morning accountability thing called eBays and Bacon. Isn't that cute? I could be really cute sometimes. So yeah, just to kind of, I do really well with like talking out what's in my brain. If I can talk what's in my brain, I kind of can work through my thought process better. So I thought I would do that live with you guys, so that way I could participate in the chat. And I wanted to talk today about my new business model, and I need some lotion for my hands. I did not put any lotion today. My new business model and kind of the way I'm going to be sourcing things, and something exciting that I'm going to be doing to kind of prep for my new business model. My kids are going to be coming, my twins, they're 14. They'll be coming June the 21st. And so for that 3-week time period, I don't really see myself doing a lot of eBay or anything other than being with them. So over the next 10 days, I'm going to be trying to get everything listed that's in this room. So that way, for that 3 weeks, when I'm not doing anything, it can kind of generate money, because 14-year-olds, they aren't cheap. They are not cheap. They're super freaking expensive. I'm going to go ahead and look in the chat. So I'm going to say hi in the chat to Tanya and Robin and Lucy and Ange. So good morning. I'm still a little sleepy. Like, I still have that. Oh, and Tina, hi. I still have like that little fog that goes over your eyes, because I fought with myself this morning, and here's one of my new habits that I'm trying to work on. Because normally I just like go through my day with what I slept in. And it kind of says a lot about my life structure, that like my street clothes and my sleep clothes work interchangeably. Like, so yeah. So I decided today, well, I decided last night, and I wrote it down on my little paper right here, that I was going to get up and take a shower and get dressed. That I wasn't going and put shoes on. That was the big thing. Put actual shoes on. That I wasn't going to spend the whole day like in what I slept in, and then like take a shower and change clothes in the evening time. Like, that makes no sense. It's like in the reverse. You're supposed to, that's like totally in the reverse. So I got up this morning at 7, and my goal is to get up at 7:15 and then be able to do this little segment at 8 o'clock over the course of like tomorrow. And then I don't know if I'm going to do it on the weekend or not. And then next week. So, and then we'll just see how it goes. So I got up this morning and I struggled with myself and was like, I'm really sleepy. I drank coffee too late yesterday, and I didn't go to bed till probably after 2. Well, go to sleep. I was in bed, but I didn't go to sleep till after 2. And I'm tired and I don't want to get up. And nobody's making me get up other than me. So it was one of those decisions where I had to decide that, no, I'm going to follow through with what I said. I'm going to not be this person that I've been being. And that's the thing that you hear a lot of professionals, or even just Facebook memes, talking about, you know, continuing to do the same things that you've always done, expecting something different. I can't expect all of a sudden to be super motivated and totally accomplishing everything and just running this really fabulous business if I can't get myself out of bed until noon or after. That doesn't work. So I'm trying to work on building new habits, and one of the new habits that I'm working on is actually waking up and getting out of the bed. So I stop that I fight with myself every day. I'm like, I don't want to get up. You need to get up. I don't want to get up. You need to get up. I don't want to. And my I don't want to get up person like always wins. So this morning they didn't. I kicked his ass. I was like, bah, 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 bah. No, get up. And took a shower, put on shirt, got dressed, got pants, got socks and shoes on, brushed my hair. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it today. So now that kind of gotten a little start to the show, well, I say show, but it's not really a show. It's just me talking through my head. In the chat, they're talking about Fly Lady. And yes, Fly Lady is an amazing type of program. It's free if you've never seen it. It's FLYLADY, flylady.net. And I did very much try to do that program. But I'm one of those people that I try to do it all at once. So instead of implementing all of the little steps that I was supposed to implement with the program, I was like, I need to do everything. I need to follow all of the things. I need to do all of the things. And that didn't work for me. And that's another thing that I'm actually working on as well. If you look at, I have all kinds of things that I need to fix about myself. I can be quite the mess. I have been a mess for a long time. The person I am today, like this mess, Deborah, is way better than like the 15-year ago mess, Deborah. So I've been improving over time. Don't get me wrong. And I am proud of myself. I am a different person than I used to be. If you knew me, 10, 11 years ago, you would be really surprised. I can just say that. So what I'm trying to do right now is instead of going after everything, and I think that's what a lot of people do when they decide, okay, I'm going to change. They're like, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop eating carbs. I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to start biking instead of driving. I'm going to start journaling. I'm going to meditate every day. They have this whole list of stuff that they're just like, I'm going to be this new and improved person. And they do it for like 2 days. And then they don't do anything else. That's me. I'm that person. So what I decided to do is set a goal. It's a 10-day goal. So this will coincide right along with eBay's and bacon. It's a 10-day goal, so it'll end of next week, building 2 new habits. That's it. 2. Those 2 new habits will be, and this actually came from Fly Lady, is I will clean up for 15 minutes a day. I will set a timer for 15 minutes and I will clean up an area. And that's it for 15 minutes. And my daughter really loves this too. I used to set a timer and just set her loose in her room for 10 minutes. I'm like, you have 10 minutes, just clean up everything you can. And she loved it. She did it when she was 5 years old, 6, 7. Today, if I told her, hey, we're going to do a timer cleaning challenge, let me see if I can beat you, she will go and clean, clean, clean. So habit number 1 is 15 minutes a day for the next 10 days. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm going to do this for life. I want to build a habit. So I don't want to crush my dreams and be like, well, I can't, today I can't, tomorrow I can't, you can do anything for 10 days. You know what I mean? And then the other habit that I am forming over the next 10 days is every day I will go outside on purpose and do some sort of activity. Whether it's walk the dogs, do some stretches. I spend entirely too much time indoors. And I think a lot of us do, whether you work an office job or you work from home, you've got little kids or whatever, or, you know, or you were like me and you were just depressed and you didn't want to worry about the world. So you stayed inside and you slept all day and you did nothing and you socialized with nobody. And you lived in yoga pants. So every day I will go outside and I will get out of my yard and not in my car. Like actually physically leave my yard. That's it. Those are my 2 habits. They have nothing to do with business. They have nothing, you know, they're not life changing. I'm going to save $10,000 or I'm going to do this or that. I just want to try to build these 2 little habits. After that 10 days is over, what I would like to do is continue those habits for an additional 10 days and add a new habit. So then I'll have 3 things that I'm working on. There's a really cool app. It's called Habit Bull, B-U-L-L, Habit Bull. It's one of those ones that lets you color check whether or not you completed your goal for the day, and you can do goals set up by numbers. You can do them set up by just yes or no. Did you do it? You can have it, you know, early morning tongue, incremental, incremental. There we go. Good job, brain, you did it. You can have it set up as like time-based. So you can set up each one of your little goals individually, and it basically will have a calendar that you can see. Let me see if I can get it up here. And in the process, I'm going to check the chat. Let's see. Yeah, people are talking about Fly Lady, and Fly Lady is just, it's a great program. I loved the clean the sink thing. It's one of the first habits they have you do where you, every night before you go to bed, you clean your sink. And that was I loved that. I loved that my dishes were in the dishwasher, my sink was clean, and when I woke up in the morning, I walked into the kitchen and the sink was clean. And inevitably, there you go, early morning tongue again, inevitably, you're going to clean your counters off too. You know, it just is going to happen. So I loved that. Clean your sink before you go to bed every night, and you wake up and you have a kitchen that looks decent and good. Check out Fly Lady. Just don't be like me and try to do everything like every day. Matt said new habit, stop eating donuts. Okay, my neighbor works at Krispy Kreme, and I can guarantee you if I walked outside right now, there's a dozen donuts sitting on my front porch. I don't eat donuts. I don't really like donuts. Every now and then, if the hot sign is on, have you ever seen that video about when you see that hot sign bling, it's time to get some Krispy Kreme? Have you ever seen that one? Okay, was it just me? Anyway, Krispy Kreme is right there. So in the early morning hours, if I go outside at 6 a.m., my neighborhood smells like donuts. Like I could walk to Krispy Kreme and be there in like less than 5 minutes. Anyway, every now and then I will go get like a hot donut, maybe like 2 times a year, because there's just something awesome about a donut that was just made. But yeah, there's probably a dozen donuts on my porch right now. Just speaking of donuts, Matt. I give them to Patrick. He takes them home with him because we don't eat them. They just go in the trash. Yeah, I was talking about going outside on purpose. I know it sounds like such a small concept. You think like, oh, I mean, you're really not doing it. I mean, you're going, for a 5-minute walk or whatever it is your goal is. But, I mean, get out of the yard. Go walk the dog down to the stop sign or something. That's my plan. I would really like to go out twice a day and take one of my dogs and then take the other one later, because I don't like walking both of them at the same time. They get their leashes all wrapped around and they drive me insane because one of them wants to run and the other one wants to pee on everything. Um, yeah, I'm so glad that everybody really likes the outside challenge. We it's so easy. This is why I do working hangouts pretty much every day, because it is so easy to get yourself secluded and alone in this business. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, like when I was a stay-at-home mom, my daughter hit 18 months and I went and found a job. Like I was working 2 days a week for like 4 hours. So like 8 hours a week, just so I could get dressed and go out into the world and talk to other adults. That didn't have to do with children. I didn't want to be, I was in a mom's group and that was all fine and dandy, but I wanted to be out in the world talking to adult people about non-children related things. So yeah, we get ourselves really secluded and it can be really lonely. And if you ever do get into a bad mental state, it can be really hard to get out because you're there all by yourself. It's just you. And so yeah, I do working hangouts every day. I post them over in the resellers do. It's posted in the $1,500 room. I've started posting them on the Pinching Pesos fan page because it's a public page. You don't even have to be part of a group to see the posts. And so I've been posting them over there. Lucy said, I believe it was Lucy. I scrolled up and then I lost it. She said, I can't do anything unless the house is clean first. I wish I was that way. I am not a domestic goddess. I suck at it. My husband has given me full permission, not that I needed it, but he endorsed the idea of me hiring a cleaning person. That, you know, it was necessary because I'm not great at it. I'm not saying that my house is gross or yuck, it's not gross, but it is not like guest ready, if that makes sense. It's one of those things where you're like, hey, how you doing? And then you just kind of step outside on your porch because so it's not guest ready, but it would take me probably, if I could do like a quick clean in less than an hour if I needed to, if there was somebody on the way. Let's see. Hey Chad, how you doing? All right, and I list 4 things that are worth at least $20 each week to pay for my house cleaning. That's a really great goal, Melanie. Melanie Feehan in the chat said that she specifically lists items just to hire a cleaning person, and I think that's a luxury that we all deserve. It's definitely something that gets off of my mind, that responsibility, and it's something that I'm going to be hiring somebody here very shortly. I've been looking at hiring people off of Facebook, but I just don't trust them. I have a habit of leaving my wedding ring, like it's not on now and I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere in this house. And I have a habit of leaving my wedding ring all over the place. And I get frightened that I'm going to hire somebody and they're going to steal it. And then I'm not even going to know that it's gone, thinking that it's still here. So I wouldn't know if they stole it or if I just misplaced it. So I haven't hired anyone because I'm scared to lose my wedding ring. It has a sentimental value that can't be replaced. So, okay. So let's get back on topic. So what I'm doing, and since I've been babbling for a good little while here, and kind of let me talk to you about what I am changing about my business model and what I wanted to talk about today, and why I'm doing eBays and Bacon anyway. I really love that name. I came up with that name at 1:30 last night. Thank you very much. And I went back and forth going, Bacon and eBays? eBays and Bacon. Bacon and eBays? eBays and Bacon. These are the thoughts. This is all of the great that I've got. Okay. So what I'm going to start to do, and I talked about this a little bit on eBay Radio the other day, and I talked about it a little bit on the reseller stew, which were both on the same day. That I'm going to be starting, and I had talked about doing this last year, and I never did do it because I get to the stores and I get all excited and then I lose myself. I'm gonna do it because this makes me crazy, and this is not good business. This is not good business, having unlisted items back there like that. It weighs me down. It unmotivates me. It makes me sad. It makes me feel like a failure. It doesn't have any positive feeling about it whatsoever. It just constantly weighs me down. It's a bad thing. It needs to stop. So here's what I'm doing to fix it. I have decided to start going to the stores and putting a time cap on the time that I'm in each store. Only spending 20 to 30 minutes per store, plus an additional 10 to 15 minutes to go through the media. I need to go through media because that's the way I make money on Amazon. I don't send a lot of things to Amazon. I do send in quite a bit of media. I'll send in games and puzzles, and I'll send in some in the box items that I find throughout the store. And that's something that I can source whenever I'm 20, 30 minutes in. It's not that hard to scan a label. So spending 20 or 30 minutes in the store, plus some time to go through media. With media, I do not scan at all. The only thing that I do is I go through and I pull all of the new ones. I pull all the new DVDs. I pull all the new CDs. I would do a quick glance at titles for items that I know specifically are worth money. And then I'll look at the software and games. And that's it. That's all the media I do. I don't scan it all. I only do the new ones. I don't do books. So 20 or 30 minutes per store. This is coming from the lady that spent 5 hours in one Goodwill, and I checked out 3 times. So yeah, 30 minutes is a big deal. I can spend 2 to 3 hours in a Savers. But that's the problem, is what I call pecking for profits, where I am in there and I'm just pulling every little thing that I can make money on. It's gone into my shopping cart. And then I go check out and I've spent $150 and I'm filling up my trunk and my back seat. And then I bring it in here and I do an hour and a half long haul video because I got all this stuff and I can't list it myself. Like, I stop being excited about it. It becomes, instead of something that's part of a cycle where you go sourcing, you come in, you take pictures, you list it, you sell it, it instead becomes this daunting task where this is crap I bought 3 months ago. You know, all the excitement about it's over. It's not glistening anymore. It's not like, hey, look what I found. It's awesome. Hey, look what I found 3 months ago, and it's just sitting over here, and I want to list this other stuff too, and I don't have time to do both. And instead it just becomes this thing that it weighs you down. So to stop that, I'm putting on a time limit. I don't want to bring home more than I can process. A time limit will help that. Let me check the chat real quick. Robin said, coffee allows my children to live another day. Okay. Bacon fixes everything. Teresa Gross says she's making her husband a chocolate cake with peanut butter frosting and bacon on top. Golden Finger Picker said, I thought you cleared out your room last week. Yeah, it was organized. I keep shit shifting, which is what I call it, and there's no other word for it. It's shit shifting, where it goes from one place to another and back to the other place, and I'm moving around the same stuff. So everybody's talking about that they have unlisted things just like I do, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to fix that. And it's not just about listing. I mean, it is about listing, but it's not just about listing. So Robin's like, you are not alone. I am here with you. I got all this crap just like you do. Okay. Okay, so here is how I am fixing my backlog and getting ready for my new business model. I am going to, are you ready for it? I am going to shop myself. I'm going to come in here every day and I'm going to go through those shelves like I just walked into a teeny tiny thrift store. And I'm going to pick out, I'm going to buy 5 to 10 things. And I'm going to bring them home and I'm going to list them just like I would if I would have went out into the world in all of its grandeur and bought those items, because I bought those items and I put them in my cart and I said, hey, look at what I bought. So there was a reason why I purchased them. So I'm going to come in here and shop myself. I'm going to shop myself. Sounds like a rap song, a really, really crappy rap song. So today, when I get done with eBays and bacon, I'm gonna come in here and if I had a little shopping cart, I would. That would be funny. And I'm gonna shop my backlog and get my item. And honestly, if I find something on that shelf that I pick it up and I look it up to see if it's worth me spending my time on it today and decide, nah, and I'm going to put it back on the shelf, that is going to go into a tote and it's going to be donated at Savers, because if it's not worth me listing today, it's never going to be worth me listing it. If it's not worth me listing today, I repeat, it will never be worth me listing it. And it needs to get out of this house. It needs to get on out of here. So, yeah, that's what's going on. That is my practice for my new business model. It's going to show me how much I can process in a day. If I need to ramp it up, if I need to say, hey, you know what, I can actually bring in 10 or 15 things and process them, you know, or if I need to bring it down some and hold it out and be like, hey, you know what? You don't get to hit 2 or 3 stores. You're only going to go to 1 because you can only bring home 5 things because you apparently don't have, you know, control of your time for listing this stuff. I will not be bringing in more than I can process. And that is what's happening. It's been happening for years. It happens to you. It happens to all of us, except for Dawn. Dawn Davis is the only person I know who's like sitting there going, I don't have anything to list. I listed everything. I'm going to have to go out and buy some stuff because I have nothing to list. And I'm like, shut up, Dawn. She's the only person I know. She doesn't have a backlog. She's just sitting there looking at me and all of my junk and going, I don't have anything to list today. I need to go to the store. Can you believe that? The audacity of that woman. I want to be like Dawn. So I'm going to use this time over the next 10 days to practice what I preach, to make sure that my goals are realistic, and to get through this stuff back here, and not feel weighed down and angry with myself and upset with myself, and feeling like I'm running this little reseller rat race where I never reach the cheese. I want the cheese, damn it. I want the cheese. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's my plan. Setting 2 new goals over the next 10 days. I will be putting them into Habit Bull. I will be sharing my progress with you over on the Pinching Pesos Facebook page. If you would like to join up with me, I would love to hear about what your goals are, what you're going to try to work on just for the next 10 days. That's it. Make them small. Something simple. Something like, oh, I'm going to put on anti-aging eye cream every night before I go to bed. Just so it's something that you can complete it every day, check it off the box, and build up a streak. Build up where you got it done. You did it every day. It doesn't matter what it is. So I would love it if you could, I'll make a post over on Pinching Pesos page, and I would love it if you would come and join up with me and just, set your goal of what it is for the next 10 days, and let's do this. Let's succeed. Let's do something together that we said, you know what? I said I was going to do it, and I finished. And then I kept going, and I made a new goal. And we're just going to build up and make some new habits and stop. I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Let me go ahead and check the chat one more time. If you have any questions or anything, you just post them like right now, because this is going to end out. Wasn't trying to make this really long. Let's see. I hate the way the chat works. I wish it would just stay where it was the last time I looked at it. And says, I have a ton of unlisted stuff as I just went on a huge road trip from shopping, and now I'm grounded until I get everything listed. I can't stand having it all just piled up. It weighs you down. It makes me feel bad. Matt says no profit left behind. Sherry says, yes, that's a true point. When you first bring it home, you're all excited. And then when it's time to post, you're like, eh. Melanie says, I have a big box of Legos that I'll sell well when I dedicate the hours it's going to take to put it together to see if it's complete. Melanie, just sell them in bulk. I have 40-pound box of Legos out in the shed. I know it has 8 to 12 actual units in it. It's just going to be lotted up. And I'm going to take the minifigs out of it, and then all of the bricks are just going to be sold by the pound. I believe they sell for, what, $8 a pound? $12 a pound, something like that. Just look at the complete. It's not worth the time that you're going to take to put those things together unless you really enjoy doing Legos. And that's something that I've learned. If it's going to take me more than a normal amount of time to do something, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You could go out and go to a store and find something to buy that's worth money and list it in the time frame that you could put that stuff together. All right, I think that's it. But anyway, yeah, so I'll go ahead and make the post over in the Pinching Pesos page. You guys go over there and post your habits that you're going to try to form over the next 10 days. And don't make them complicated. Just keep it simple. And anyway, I love you guys. I will see y'all here tomorrow at 8 a.m. for eBays and Bacon. Y'all have a really great day. I'm going to go ahead and open this up as a working hangout. I'll post it over in the chat, and I'll go ahead and post it in all of the Facebook groups as well. But I love you guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me this morning. You have a really awesome day.